So I would push to repeal the business enterprise tax. I would also take the 8.5% business profits tax, turn it upside down, such that the higher your profit, the lower your tax. Think about that. Workman's compensation, some of the highest rates in the country. I would sit down, insurance and state, and say, look, I'm tired of subsidizing bad behavior. In addition, we have to take a hard look at welfare. That's one of my personal targets. We can attack education. I would absolutely push to repeal any legislation that infringes upon the Second Amendment and our rights to keep and bear arms. And I would go one step further than that. We should all have the right to defend ourselves with deadly force if necessary, wherever we are in the state. We live in dangerous times. If you're at the mall, no different than if you're at home. And voter fraud is rampant in the state of New Hampshire. Absolutely, two things right away. You have to have an ID. You have to walk in and show an ID and prove that you are a resident of the state. That's very important. And the other side will argue, well, no, that's going to disenfranchise other voters. Look at folks, the only people who are getting disenfranchised are you. Second thing, same-day voting, same-day registration, that's got to go away. It has to go away. We set up a different mechanism. It can't happen. And I completely agree that we can't be switching back and forth. We have to have defined parties, particularly when you get into the primaries, because they can manipulate these elections, and we can't allow that to happen. So I come at this a little differently. Hey, you've got to, this reaching across the aisle stuff, where has that gotten us in the last several years? Not only here in the state, but nationally. It's time to define ourselves. It's time. We have to make a cabinet difference between our positions, our conservative values, and their progressive values. Moderation causes us to lose. So let's get back to solid ground. That's how I feel about it. I'm not trying to be ungracious, but I think that's the way it has to be when we move forward in this country. Thank you.